Welcome to the Coastal Kitchen. You've caught me working. We have a lot of veggies that we're going to be working with today. Today we're having Monique's vegetable pasta medley, roasted vegetables to perfection. The second act, vegetable medley sandwich on your choice of bread with garlic mayo, and stuffed baby Bellas, all vegetarian. This is a roasted vegetable medley, and it's going to be served over pasta. I've got yellow squash, zucchini, carrots, red peppers. I've got some asparagus, and we're going to roast all of this along with our eggplant. I'm going to show you my eggplant in just a second. Let's see where we need to. Okay. I'm just going to take that off right there. And put this right on the side. You know, these tips are great for making soup. So vegetable stock, keep hanging on to them. Don't let them go anywhere. Okay. I have my eggplant that I have already sliced. I've salted and I've let it sweat. The big thing about eggplant is you want to get any of the bitterness away from it. I've already cut some of the pieces into the size that I want for my dish, and we're going to throw those on top of the other vegetables and finish up with our eggplant. Okay. We just want to slice this in nice, long, thin pieces because we want to be able to use these vegetables in more ways than one, and I'm going to tell you about that as we go along. Okay, all of the eggplant done. Now, you'll need a great big bowl, and we're going to take a half a cup of olive oil, and a half a cup of balsamic vinegar, and put it in the bottom of this big bowl. Let's just get a little bit more in there. Love the taste of balsamic vinegar. Okay, that's going in the bottom of the bowl. We're going to whisk that around just a minute. Let me grab one more thing. Oops, I put them over here already. I'm on the ball. My rosemary leaves. I'm going to take 2 tablespoons. And the first thing I'm going to do is take them off my stems. And these are fresh. That's about 1. There's 2. Let me move this over just a bit. I'm going to give them a bit of a chop. Let's keep this one over there. Now what I want to do is I want to take my rosemary leaves, I'm going to put them in my little pestle, and I'm going to crush them. Want all of the flavor to come out of those rosemary leaves in this dish. Takes some elbow grease, but it does work. The fragrance is amazing. Okay, this is going right in. Let's get it all out. And we're going to whisk it around a minute. Let's get rid of that knife. And I'm going to take my vegetables and I'm going to start putting them right in to this mixture. Good toss and turn. Let's throw a little bit of this in here too right now. This is the fun part when your hands come alive. Okay. Hold on. These roasted vegetables can be done a couple of different ways. Today I'm putting them in the oven, and I'm going to put them in the oven for about 20 minutes. And if you'd like to grill them out on the grill, you can grill them out on the grill. You can cook them on top of your stove. There's all sorts of ways that you can roast them and grill them, and they all taste wonderful. But today it's in the oven. And it looks like an awful lot of vegetables for one dish, but we're actually going to make 2 dishes with these vegetables. So spread them out, and let's get the rest of them in here. I think I need a little bit longer arms. I do know that somebody in this room has longer arms. Okay. Last little bit. And one more tray. I'm going to show you this tray. It actually can go right on the grill of this stove. You can just pop these vegetables right into the middle of this tray. And put them right on the top of the stove to let them go. All right, just about done. Put a few more there. Put some of these asparagus over here. And I'm going to take the rest of the marinade, and I'm going to drizzle right over this pan. Okay, it's going into a 400-degree oven, 20 minutes. So let's get them in there and start with our pasta. This dish has rotini pasta, and if you don't know what that is, it's the little curly ones. And you can use the plain or the kind that has different colors. But with all the colors in the dish, with the vegetables, I prefer to use the plain. All right, my water's boiling. Lots of salt in there. Want a whole lot. We're going to pour that pasta in. That takes 4 quarts. We're going to take a wooden spoon, and I'm going to make sure it doesn't stay on the bottom too long. Bring it back to a boil and let it cook about 10 minutes because we want the pasta al dente. A little bit chewy. All right, while the vegetables are working and the pasta's working, we're going to have a word from some of our wonderful sponsors. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
The Coastal Kitchen would like to say thank you to our sponsors at Food Lion, your neighborhood grocery store. Swing by your local Food Lion today to find all the ingredients needed to make the meal featured on this week's show.
All right, I've got my next step in the process, but we're going to have to quick get that pasta off of the stove because it should be just about right now. Let's drain it, and then we're going to dress it. Watch the steam. Used to say if you threw a noodle up against your cabinets, you'd know if it was ready or not. I did test this. Okay. Nice lot of steam here. I'm going to put it right back in the pot it came out of. And let me grab my spoon, turn off my stove, and I'm going to put in 1/4 cup of olive oil and coat that pasta. Now I've got Parmesan cheese. I've got 1/2 cup, and I want that cheese to coat every piece of pasta. That's one of the reasons we use the curly kind, because it really holds on to the cheese and the olive oil, and it'll love that balsamic vinegar. All right, all in, all done. Let me check my pasta, my vegetables. Oh, they are perfect. They are perfect. I'm gonna leave the ones on the bottom for just a few more minutes. Take a look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? All the colors. Okay. I'm going to take my pasta, and this is family style. So let's put it right out on the platter. I'm going to get a spatula, and I'm going to turn it just a little. We want these vegetables to be a little bit crunchy. That's what this dish is all about. So let's just take a nice heaping right over the top. Get a good mixture right over the top. You know, I believe even your kids will love this. All right, a couple more on the very top. And we're gonna dig down for our pasta and all the veggies that we can eat. So let's put this over here right now. Before I let it go too far though, I'm gonna grab me a fork and I'm gonna try a little bite. Let's get a little bit of yellow squash here. Wow, the rosemary is just popping. You'll really enjoy this. So good. That's wonderful. Now what I'm going to do with my vegetables, the extra ones that I have, I'm going to put in this bowl, and this is going to be my meal for tomorrow. Let's get all of these and the juice. This is something that you can take to work and do. Oops. Boy, I got a little bit. Okay. Number 2. We can turn this oven off now. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. This is a vegetable medley that makes a wonderful second act. I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to do with it. This is going to go in the refrigerator. And now I'm going to show you what we're going to do for the second act. Let me grab a couple of my ingredients right here. I'm going to go to this side once more. And I've got a cup of mayonnaise. And you can use whatever kind you want because this is very, very simple. Cup of mayonnaise, 2 garlic cloves, and all I'm going to do, and you don't really even have to take the skin off to do this one, but I always do. I'm going to put 2 cloves of garlic in my garlic press, and it goes straight into the mayo. All right. Pop it right in. Good squeeze. And there it is. Okay, just scrape it right off. Let's get number 2 out of here. Pop it right in. Good squeeze. And there it is. All we're going to do is mix that garlic right in with the mayo, and you have great garlic mayonnaise. Now, if you don't like garlic, you're in trouble. But this is fabulous. And here's what we're going to do with our garlic mayonnaise. You can use any kind of roll that you'd like. You can use hoagie rolls, French baguette. You can use a hot dog roll if you'd like. But cut it into. We're going to put our oven on broil. Just want to toast this a little bit. Let's pop that in because it should get started right away. And tomorrow, when you're looking for lunch, you'll have a roasted vegetable medley sandwich with garlic mayonnaise dressing. Absolutely great. We also put a little bit of provolone cheese on it, so that makes it even more exciting. So let's wait for that to get toasted. We'll be right back after we have a word from our sponsors.
The Coastal Kitchen would like to say thank you to our sponsors at Food Lion, your neighborhood grocery store. Since 1957, Food Lion has been offering the highest quality products at low prices with great service. Swing by your local Food Lion today to find all the ingredients needed to make the meal featured on this week's show.
All right, we're toasted. See how golden brown this is? I'm just going to take one. Let's put this over here for later. And while it's hot, I'm going to slather on some of this garlic mayo. And I'm going to put a little bit on each side. And this is nice and warm. It's starting to melt. Just a little bit on this side too. All right. Some provolone cheese. And what I'm going to do is fold it in half. Break it right down the middle for the size of my bun. Let's get some of these veggies. Peppers, carrots, piece of eggplant. And you can pile it just as high as you'd like. Put that over the top. Give it a little press. What a great sandwich. Provolone cheese really gives it an added bonus. Okay. Throw some chips and a pickle on that and you're ready to go. Now, to go along with our pasta dish, I like mushrooms, and I like to do a stuffed mushroom that's really easy. First thing I do is clean my mushrooms with my little mushroom brush. Don't want to put them under water. I'm going to take the stems out, and I've got a baking dish right here, and I'm going to put these caps right in my baking dish. This is a little bit of a extra carb, no bread with our pasta, so this makes a little bit of a substitute. That one's stubborn, so we're going to let that one go. Okay, we're not going to get rid of the stems. All we're going to do is chop them up, use them in our stuffing mix. And this is a real simple stuffing mix. I've got commercial stuffing. I've got half a cup, and what I'm going to do after I get these chopped up a little bit finer, oops. Okay. Let's take about 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to put it in this pan right here. Turn it on high. Let that butter start to melt. I'm going to move this right there so I've got a little bit more space to chop. I've got a clove of garlic that I'm going to put in this recipe. A lot of people like to put spinach in their stuffed mushrooms, but this one's just a little bit different. Okay, let's move that over. I'm going to take a shallot. Shallot's a little less strong than an onion, in the same family, but not quite as pungent. Let's get this off. I can hear my butter going. I'm going to turn it down just a minute. Get this all chopped up. I know everybody thinks I chop funny, but you know what? When you had to learn how to do it left-handed and then go back to right-handed, makes you do things in a strange way. But we're going to get all this chopped up. And 1 clove of garlic. Okay, the butter's got to come off. So the mushrooms are going to make a little bit of liquid. And what we're going to do is add just a touch after we add our stuffing mix. That smells so good. Okay. Everything in. And we're going to let this saute for just a moment. And I've got some oregano. I've got some basil, dried. And we're going to pop that right in. Some Parmesan cheese. Now I'm going to put in 1/4 cup of water and 1/2 cup of stuffing mix. And I'm just going to let this simmer for a second till all that water is absorbed. Turn it off, put the top on, and it should be ready in about 3 minutes. Then we're going to stuff our mushrooms. Looks like our stuffing should be ready. Let's bring it over here. And I'm going to take a little fork and fluff it up. Oh, wonderful, just perfect. The smell of all the herbs and the cheese, wonderful. Okay, let me grab a spoon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a mushroom and I'm going to put about a teaspoon in. I'm going to pack it nice and tight. Can't wait to eat these babies. It's going to take about 12 minutes. One more and all done. All right, let's put this in our 425 oven. And 12 minutes and we'll have stuffed mushrooms. Let's take a short break. Let's hear from our sponsors. And remember, you can always find us at atmctv.com and Facebook. Look for us there. We have got extra special recipes for you to try out.
The Coastal Kitchen would like to say thank you to our sponsors at Food Lion, your neighborhood grocery store. Swing by your local Food Lion today to find all the ingredients needed to make the meal featured on this week's show.
All right, mushrooms all done. Let's put them here with our sandwich. I'm going to take just a little extra Parmesan cheese, put over my pasta, and remember, vegetable pasta medley and the second act, our sandwich with garlic mayo. The mushrooms are an added treat. See you next time at the Coastal Kitchen.